Gotta fix the tie. Mushroom coffee. I forgot my paper towel. Anyway, I have a lot to talk about today. So I'll give you a chance to settle in. I walk with my mirror. So invite a friend. Invite somebody to tune into the program, to join you. You sit together, you disagree, you agree, and you can, of course, decide if what I'm about to say merits your thumbs up, your support. It's for you to determine that. You know how the YouTube algorithm goes? Whenever there is a distortion with the internet, if the internet service is weak, buffering, and for the past few days, we've had a lot of rainfall. Matter of fact, there's more than 12 inches of rainfall. And whenever that happens, because the signal travels via the airwaves, microwave movements in the air, if the sun isn't up, if the weather isn't fair, you have a kind of slowdown in the internet speed, which if you're doing streaming on YouTube, it will affect the bandwidth, the rate in which you're exporting your videos or your live stream. And that will affect the traffic, which will affect the algorithm, which will affect a lot of you from not seeing the streaming in your phone or on your media. There's a whole lot of technical stuff. I'm not into the whole ITC internet. You know, I just get information from when I research as to why this and why that. But for those who catches the program, I appreciate that. And share the live, share it so that other people can join. And we can get on with the business of saving Guyana. Saving Guyana. It's not saved yet. Guyana has a lot of enemies in the country and abroad. And don't think that Guyana's number one enemy is Venezuela. No. We understand Venezuela was run by a criminal. He's arrested, and luckily he's awaiting his due day as to how long he will spend in prison. But unfortunately, his vice president is just mimicking and imitating Maduro. She wants to play tough. You know, when women are trying to be men, they want to sound like men, they want to behave like men, they want to show that, hey, I'm strong, I'm a woman, but I'm strong. The whole lesbian vibe, like the Bajan prime minister, the Bajan president. Yeah, she and her tough talk. Until, like we all know, not me, like we all know, that she can talk as much as the Americans allow her to talk. That's the Venezuelan president, that woman. So all the bullshit she's spewing out about not regarding the ICJ ruling, whatever they say has no effect. They're going to still pursue Essequibo, use whatever force necessary to acquire Essequibo, leaving Guyana alone as a piece of Georgetown, whatever it is. Bullshit. Talk. Just talk. Welcome to Uncensored Guyana. I'm Dr. L. Prasad. So let's get on with it. I want to acknowledge something first before I get to the meat of the show. You see, as you have known over the past, I've talked from time to time about the infamous Guyanese critic. I've never been a fan of the man. I've also said that once I think I reached out, maybe a year or 2 years ago, around that time, because something was said and I wanted to. I forgot the occasion, and the reaction wasn't pleasant. So I dismissed it. However, as you get to understand my stand in a general sense, despite what may have transpired, and I don't blame the man for that, that's who he is. He responds to everybody like that. I was not known to him to have deserved something else. But I said many times that I believe, it is my opinion, that when it comes to pundits, podcasters, and so-called journalists, truth tellers, defenders of Guyana's democracy, patriotic individual, and the list goes on. I want to point out, and I keep pointing out, that the Guyanese critic, Rodriguez, forgot what his first name is one of the persons that I would recommend people to listen to. I don't listen to a lot of people. I listen to him whenever I get the opportunity. When I happen to comment on the other so-called pundits on social media that is connected to politics in Guyana, is because somebody sent the link, or they think is important for me to listen to what the person was saying, because anything that is a threat to the Ali government or the Guyana's stability and Guyana's future and progress, then I would be awakened to standing up in my capacity and defending that. So the Guyanese critic is one of the truth tellers. He has his way of doing his thing. I respect that. And I want to say directly to the critic. I looked at your recent post on Facebook. Not the full, but a significant part of it. I'm in agreement with the points you made that is important to the Guyana situation. I'm in agreement. But what I would say here, what I observed, which is important, is that the Guyanese critic would have been offline for quite some time. Whatever reasons, that's his private life. But even the absence of the Guyanese critic did not affect his spontaneous life and the views. So I'm saying here, such a man with such an influence and such a power over dispensation of information on social media should not take that for granted. I personally envy the influence of the Guyanese critic when it comes to the social media podcasting. I envy that. I would love to have that kind of dominance. Maybe if I had, I'll run for president. So I'm saying to the Guyanese critic that despite whatever your issues are privately, that's your business. But you have a responsibility to the public of Guyana, local and in the diaspora. Whether they like you or not, they tune into you. They listen to what you have to say on issues. And I think you should find a way to restore that presence, even if it's from your bedroom or your phone or whatever it is. It's not about a studio. It's about your voice, your presence, and what you have to say in the light of Guyana's situation, current and future. Try your best to be consistent with your broadcast. You don't need a studio for that. Because what I saw in 4 hours, the views you picked up in 4 hours, it shows that people are thirsty for what the Guyanese critic has to say. Your enemies and your friends wants to hear from you. So continue. Even without shirt. Do your thing. But don't take it for granted. A lot of us want that kind of power. I would love to have it. Maybe I'll sell more books. Now, oh, and by the way, we should blame you, Guyanese critic, for the stress that Guyana is under with this asshole that you made famous. You made Azzuddin Mohammed famous. I want everybody to know that. If it was not for you, the Guyanese critic, Rodriguez, we would not have to deal with Azzuddin Mohammed. You made him famous. So technically speaking, people have a right to lash out at you. It's your fault. Now you have to undo it. Take the fame back. Destroy what you have built because it's not benefiting you. You build the Mohammeds, destroy the Mohammeds. You build them. Destroy them. Save Guyana. It's your responsibility. Or else your business would not prosper under another government. So do your part to make sure the PPP continues to secure victory at elections. Dr. Jadgeo, like I said yesterday, is a master at dismantling lies. A master. He's a genius. He has all the attributes of a great detective, detecting, dismantling, putting things in its place. And that comes over years of trial and error. He had to build an immunity to all that came his way when he was president the first time. He had to grow, struggle, suffer, persecuted, recovered, build immunity against everything that comes from the enemy. And then he had to deal with Azzuddin Mohammed. So right now, Barra Jadgeo might be human, but he has this superhuman thing about him. You know, all of these things they're sending his way is just touching and bouncing off. Before it was absorbing and taking hold, but he has developed the immunity to resist all of it. So he can smile, just dismiss it, shut it down and say, it's a lie. It's a lie. Don't bother with it. It's a lie. But before, Jadgeo used to stress the fuck out on these same little things now that he and smile at it. That is a master. He has reached the level. 33. Let me not go there before they start thinking, oh, you see, I told you Jadgeo is a Freemason. Listen to Dr. Prasad saying that. That fake Indian. And speaking of fake Indian, this is a mirror. Okay? I'm looking in the mirror. Look. I'm looking in the mirror. I'm literally looking in the mirror. I'm looking in the mirror. I'm still not black. I am still not a black man. You challenge me to look in the mirror, right? I just looked in the mirror. I look in the mirror every fucking day, and I never see a black man. Never. What I see is a man who identifies as Indian, Indo-Guyanese. That's what I see. Should I do it again to satisfy you? This is a fucking mirror. This is me looking into the fucking mirror. Nope. No black guy here. Congratulations. You got me to do what you want. Now let's put this down. The political scientist, man, the title these guys get. The political scientist, the asshole, the overgrown retired homosexual, racist bastard, monkey-faced David Hines. You want to take over the PNC. You are campaigning within the last remaining blacks that they have in Guyana that still is sympathetic to Burnham. You are campaigning for their votes. You want to control APNU. You want to get rid of this other guy. This. What's her name again? Campbell. Whatever happened to him? What, he's having problems with his Prado? He can't drive to the parliament now? Whatever happened to him? He's gone undercover. He's down low. He's a secret now. David Hines is speaking up. Mushroom coffee. It calms your nerves. So David Hines, might I remind you, and all them other motherfuckers, like that bitch-ass boss you have, Azruddin Mohammed. Yes, he's your boss. He's your fucking boss. Might I remind you, first of all, that your government that was 2015, 2020, took all the contracts away from the small Guyanese contractors. All of them. Not just the contracts. You took away all the grants. The little money that Ramatar was giving to Guyanese family, you took it. Your government, the APNU fucking government, took every cent, every contract, and they give it not to their friends, to the cabinet ministers. And their cabinet ministers shared it amongst their family members, to whom registered businesses, contracting firms, one household have 10 contractors. Husband and wife have 15 companies. Yes, PNC, yes, Hines. There was no oversight, no control. All the protests the PPP did, all the information the PPP educated the Guyanese public, nobody did anything about it. Because why? All of you are birds of a feather, criminals in arms. You had to make up for all the years you complained you didn't get a chance to steal from the Guyanese people. So you took the 5 years and you stole the years from Hoyt to Ramatar, all those years that you thought you deserved to be in government, that you weren't, you stole for all those years. So the Guyanese people suffered, starved, begged, borrowed, migrated, sold their homes, sold their cars. Some women, they pawned their pussy. Some men, they pawned their asses. That's why you had a rise in homosexuality under the Granger government, because people had to find a way to survive. Because of what you asshole David Hines and the PNC did to the black people in Guyana. The black people, the Indians banded their belly and they prayed for time to move fast, so the 5 years would be exhausted and life would spring again, which it did. Coming on the media and talking all of these things as if you have some idea. You are the dumbest political scientist in the history of politics any fucking where, David Hines. You are dumber than Norton. A matter of fact, Azruddin, your boss, makes you look like a peasant. A peasant. Imagine that. Retire in peace. Give up the seat. Give it to one of those blacks that you have deprived and sidelined that should have been sitting there instead of you. You are fucking relevant. Go hang out with Hamilton Green and all these others and drink some tea. Piss all day. But you are a waste of time to Afro-Guyanese, a waste of time. This is why they don't follow you. They don't fucking listen to you. They don't view anything that you speak on. You're being pushed on these local newscasts that people never ask for. They never ask for you. Retire. Do like Norton. Go spend your time alone feeling fucking sorry for yourself that you were born. You were one of the persons who should said, why the fuck didn't your mother just aborted you? That you have to live a life of pain and ugliness and bitterness because you look the way you look and you can't do anything about it. David fucking Hines. A disgrace. Nobody's going to fight your battles. Nobody's going to get shot for you. You're a waste. Go deal with your issues in New York, in America there, where you still have issues to deal with. And don't think people forget the fact that you were in prison. Your criminal-oriented mindset. You were in prison for serving time with being caught with illegal firearms. To do what? Commit robbery? Is this why you're pushing and calling for the black police not to arrest black criminals when they steal and rob? Because you have a history of doing it? Speaking of which, since they don't condemn crime, we saw the issue there with this Cuban national that was executed in broad daylight with witnesses, eyewitness. People were just sitting there thinking that they live in a country where they would not witness these things, that this happens in movies or dead at nights in the ghettos. Not to believe that a neighborhood like where this happened, at a business place, hooligans and thugs are going to walk up and murder someone cold-bloodedly in broad daylight and just walk away. Nobody did anything about it. Just walk the fuck away. This is where I have to say what I have to say. On the looks of it, this was blacks and Cubans who conspired to murder this other Cuban. Blacks would have probably been Guyanese. Because a Cuban would not murder another Cuban in a foreign country. They won't do that. They might get a nigger to do it. The stupid nigger to do it. A Guyanese nigger to do it. But they themselves won't do that. They're stupid, but not that stupid. So this is my thing. These people continue to do this because there are no laws to stop it. There are no laws to stop it. All the fucking cameras they have all over the place. All the cameras all over the fucking place they have. Surveillance cameras. Everywhere there's a camera. Everywhere. What is the purpose of the cameras? Billions are spent to smart the city. Facial recognition, cameras here, cameras there, everywhere. Every home has a camera. Every business has multiple cameras. The traffic, the electrical poles. Cameras are everywhere. The whole country is dominated by cameras, and yet they can't catch these fucking criminals. Yet they can't catch these criminals. Yet they can't catch these criminals. Is this the same that's happening? That the PNC people are telling the police, don't pursue criminals who are black, who might be committed murder because what is their brothers, their sisters, their cousins, or whoever? Or they shot a Cuban. It's just a Cuban. If it's a black person did it, from the video, you see it looks like a Negro. All the cameras, you can't find the murderer. As your shadow Home Affairs Minister, I'm still the shadow Home Affairs Minister of Guyana. Okay? I am saying to the Home Affairs Minister who's a woman, sometimes you need a man to instruct the women as to what to do. I'm the man instructing the woman as to what to do. Again, give the police, if you don't trust some of the blacks in your force, promote the Indians. Promote the Indians in the force if you don't trust the blacks. Give them authority to give instructions. And the instructions that you have to give, these criminals that continue to murder, if they can do this to strangers, they have done it to Guyanese citizens. I mean, oh, fuck, man. Just shoot these motherfuckers when you see them and just end it. To hell was with fucking human rights. To hell was with justice. What justice? You know who the murderers are. You have their face, you have everything on camera. You have it there. What the fuck are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? Go find them and shoot them. That's it. The president is building a modern country. He is not God to reshape the minds of the Guyanese people. The most he can do is encourage, is educate, is do what has to be done to direct, say, hey man, let's love each other. As he always, let's love. If you're Guyanese, our people, yeah, Jadgeo and Ali, our people, let's live together. Oh, fuck all that stuff. They ain't thinking like that. They want to make you look bad. Committing crime, murdering, stealing, robbing, it's making the government look bad. Oh, they don't have proper policy. The laws are weak. They can't catch the criminals. Police is corrupt. Judges are corrupt. All of these things. Then uncorrupt them. Uncorrupt them. Look at that guy who was kidnapped, sent to Essequibo. This one, Junior Bash, who confessed. The Mohammeds agent who kidnapped that young man for a whole fucking week or 2 weeks, however long it was, tortured the man, threatened his family, seized their property. They had to run from Guyana for their lives and their safety. They had to run. They're still waiting for justice. You have all the evidence that is pointing this to the Mohammeds, all the evidence. They still can't get justice. The evidence about this gold smuggler, this gold dealer that the Mohammeds hired Brazilians and Venezuelans to murder this man, allegedly. Ain't fucking allegedly, but I'm saying allegedly. All the evidence. The Mohammeds are still free to roam. So what are we going to say now? That this man who murdered the Cuban is also an agent of the Mohammeds, so the police would not touch him? No, you get it. You get it. Well, the CCJ is going to prolong the Mohammeds issue forever, and criminal activities and crime is not going to stop. As long as the Mohammeds are still in Guyana, crime will not stop, no matter what the fuck you do. So the most you can do right now, Home Affairs Minister, and to stop Azruddin and his cronies from calling you Minister of Tint, is to show them that you're more than just the Minister of Tint. Yes, I'm Minister of Tint, yes, but I'm also the Minister of Action. And I'm giving directives to the police commissioner to give directive to the police that he trusts to pursue criminals, catch them, and shoot them in the fucking head. Shoot them in the head on spot. Be tough. Otherwise, they're going to blame you. They're already blaming President Ali for this Cuban being murdered. They're already blaming him. And look who committed the crime. Get them. You know who they are? Get them. Pursue them, shoot them, bury them. Done with it. Crime will end. You want to prolong the issue? arrest them, put them on trial, and then give them the death penalty. Either way, they deserve to live. They should watch that asshole faggot from America there. I don't know their names, but you know, the one that likes to mix poison that he one day himself will drink and tell black people how to poison the Indians. Yeah, them niggas that commit crime, they should look at his video and learn the tutorial as to how they can mix the poison, and then they can drink it. So when the police reach their location, they've already committed suicide. So the police don't have to deep blood on their hands. You know, no extrajudicial killing and police killing niggas and stuff like that. No. Give them the order. Shoot these fucking niggas in the head. They want to kill people. Kill them. Guyana is a free country. People need to feel safe. Over a stupid argument, you're going to murder somebody over some prostitutes. A stupid argument. And the man was a janitor, not even security guard. He was a janitor. He was cleaning the restaurant. Imagine that you murder a man who is cleaning the restaurant over some stupid argument, allegedly over some fucking fishy, smelly, rotten pussy bitch, nasty prostitute. I would ban prostitution. Seriously, I would ban it. I would make it illegal for women to for men and women to prostitute anywhere. I'll make it illegal. Give me a chance and you see. It breeds all of these things. Drugs, violence, crime, it breeds all of these things. Ban it, get rid of it. It's a waste of time. The same way you should ban henna from speaking. I thought that it's Azraelin alone who can't read. I did not run in the family. That's when you grow your children, when you raise your children with money. They don't see the need for books. They don't see the need for following the ABC, grammar lessons, English B. They don't see the need for that because who need to read? I can watch videos and get ideas. Daddy has money. When I get older, I'll just repeat what I know and song nice. Give an American accent, and I'm going to sound like I'm smart. This is all this particular billionaire family was raised. Because usually when you go to school, from nursery, they teach you how to walk, how to sit, how to talk. Basic things, that motor skills, basic things they teach you. So I thought the guy lost his brain in kindergarten, but I see the sister, she lost hers in play school. This family is cursed. When it comes to literacy, they're cursed. So Hannah, you should keep talking. And you're the typical woman. You tell a woman not to do something, she will say, fuck it, I'm going to do it. So you know what? Keep talking. Okay? Since the PPP wants to lock up all the Mohammeds, why did they skip you? Why did they skip you? And you're asking for your mother to be arrested? You want them to arrest your mother? You are sick, Hannah. You are nasty. You are sick. I'm sure it's the Russian spy putting that shit in your head. Daddy is gone. His bitch ass son is gone. Let them lock up mommy. Then he, the Russian spy that is already controlling the stupid sister, he would control the brother-in-law's wealth and daddy's wealth. So when you're pushing these things out there, that you want the PPP to lock up your mother, it seems like you have a plan. You want to put drugs in your mother's bag and send her out to buy stuff in the supermarket. And then you call the cops and give them a tip to say, hey, look, this woman is dropping something at the supermarket. Go after her. You are planning to set up your mother, Hannah. You are planning to set your mother up. You should have read that script that you were reading on social media before you actually read it on camera. But you can't read twice. You can't, can you? The way you're speaking, you're sounding as though there is an earpiece in your ears and somebody is reading and you are repeating from what you are hearing in your ears, while at the same time pretending to watch some teleprompter. You can tell when somebody's reading from a teleprompter. Their eyes are busy. Your eyes weren't busy. You were just fixed on one thing. Like you're fucking, you're lost or something, trying to concentrate on what you were hearing. So Hannah Mohammed, the only truth and revelation is that you were coming out. You were coming out. That was your coming out video that you posted. When is it today? Yeah, you are officially making an announcement that you have taken over the Win Party. Congratulations, you worked for it. You bitched for it, you worked for it. You treat those Negroes the way you think they should be treated. You told your brother not to push you, but he pushed you and tried to drag along Odessa and Tabitha, and that pissed you off. Because before this whole thing came out about them resigning, they were not seen with Azriddin anywhere. After that came out, he started pressuring them to say, hey, you have to work for your salary. You're telling people that I'm not paying you to be a part of the party. Well, I'm going to pay you, but you have to work. So now they're putting face and they're just showing up in the background and like, oh, he's the opposition leader. Let him do what he has to do. When you sell your soul, you got to lick asses. Not kiss it, lick it. And I know black women don't like to lick asses. They will suck your dick, but not lick your ass. You have to lick asses because what? You took the man's money. The sugar daddy. You took his money. You want billionaires? Well, that's it. You got to lick the billionaire's ass. Clean all that mess. Smell it. You dumb bitches. Now his sister is making her debut. She's officially saying that she took over a Win. Now she's making strong statements to the effect that she's accusing directly. The PPP, Jadgeo Ali, she's accusing. They want to lock up her mother. Well, they should. The fact that she gave birth to Azriddin, she should be arrested just for that. Just for that. And then you came along, oh my God, double jeopardy. Yep. She should be tried for crimes against humanity, your mother. So if you want them to arrest your mother, I agree. Her crimes is producing you and your stupid ass brother. And that other idiot sister, wherever she is. That's her crime. And of course, for marrying Shell. Desperation is a sin. She should have become a nun and say, you know what, I'm going to serve Allah only. What do they call the women that dedicate themselves fully to the Muslim religion? No men? I don't think they have that, right? No. They don't have that. But anyway, your mom should have been converted to catechism, become a Catholic, then become a nun. Then we wouldn't have to deal with you and your stupid ass. No. So tell them Negroes and Win, you're the boss. Officially. You're the boss. So they can kiss and lick your brother ass how much they want. He is soon going to be gone. And you and your husband would be in charge of the party. So you now are coming out and politicizing the whole thing because you are the next leader. 48 million is a lot of money. You can buy a lot of bags with that. Makeup, hair, more bleach. Because that bleach you use is expensive. You need money for that. Daddy ain't supporting that. Insurance company don't cover cosmetics. You need actual cash. So when you show up in the parliament, you want to be the whitest person in the parliament amongst the Negroes. That's for the Hannah situation. Now, Tabitha Haley, we know you're sliming. You are sliming just like that Rude Boy Gonzalez, the basement guy. You see why President Ali is the greatest? The man has a stomach. Imagine you have to stand as a president, and despite the fact that you're begging God, please don't send these scraps and scrapes here. Don't let them know that I'm in town. Let them see it after, weeks after on social media. Don't send them here because you know I can't discriminate. I'm the president. No matter how much repellent I spray on my skin, it will not repel these roaches. They'll still come and they'll want to touch me. Oh my gosh, they want to touch me. All that bad energy. I know these are scraps and scrapes, but it is the curse of being a president, a good president. So, President Irfan Ali, I saw it in your face when you took the picture with that roach, that basement rat, that smelly basement rat. You know, he smelled some quality cheese. He's like, gotta trace that, gotta trace that. Yes, that's the PPP cheese. Cheddar, cured, aged cheddar cheese. You smell your bitch ass, shitty head. You can't get a picture with your boss Azridin because he can't fly. You got to do some AI shit there with you and your Azridin thing. He can't fly. So Rudolph fucking Gonzalez, rude boy, a retired senior citizen calling himself rude boy. What are you rude boy with? What? I mean, shit, you are fucking impotent. You can't even say you are a rude boy that you masturbate in the basement. Not even that you can't do because Viagra can't stay in your stomach. Viagra can't do shit to you. You're done. Remove the title, fucking rude boy. You're like 70 something years old, what, 80? Fucking rude boy. You should be embarrassed. You're cussing out a great man and then you're running and sliming your puppy dog to get a picture so you can show people that I touched the prince. No, you didn't touch the prince. The prince was smart enough to make sure you didn't touch him. Then he had to disinfect his entire hands from skunks like you. Rudolph, the fuckface Gonzalez, fucking rude boy. You bitch ass. He ain't your president. He's not your president. He's the president of Guyana. For Guyanese, you are a fucking outcast. He ain't Azridin president, fucking Heinz president. No, President Irfan Ali is the president of Guyanese, the good citizens, not them fucking scraps and scrapes. Azridin is your leader. He is your leader. So the next time President Ali is in town, none of you scrapes don't go. Cash grant is not giving out in America or Canada. You got to be in Guyana to get it. Okay? Don't go and slime. Because if you go, I'm going to call the Canadian Mountain Police to move your dumb ass from the man's group. You're not welcome. Stay the fuck away. Wait until some PNC leader gets into power in the next 300 years. You'll be alive, rat. You'll be alive. You're already like 80 something years. David Hines is like 200 years. So if you can make it to 200 years and you 80 something, I'm sure you can get to 300. Then you can get a picture with some other version, you know, the virtual reality of a PNC leader. Then, but in the meantime, our country will continue to be guided and governed by the greatest party in CARICOM. Quite frankly, the PPP extends beyond Guyana. The stalwarts of the PPP. Let me acknowledge Anil Nandalal. Like I said, you have issues with a man, keep it to yourself. But Anil Nandalal represented Guyana every opportunity he gets. And while the rest of us are taking our safety and sovereignty and citizenship for granted, that anything goes wrong, Venezuela can very well annex 2/3 of Guyana, making that region under Venezuelan control, while we are still there enjoying the freedom and the democracy, the wealth, the prosperity, the opportunities that our great government and president is affording for their nation, remember those who are fighting the war. The people who are fighting the war for Guyana's sovereignty and Guyana's safety are members of the People's Progressive Party's government's cabinet. Anil Nandalal is at the forefront. As Attorney General, he is at the forefront, fighting to keep Guyana's sovereignty intact, and we need to not take that for granted. They're the ones who are keeping us safe. The president is going around the world practically begging people to, like, hey, help us, other countries. And you're making a mockery of this? This ain't no joke. The PPP, the People's Progressive Party, is the first time in Guyana's history you have a government that is actively, daily, monthly, pursuing absolute sovereignty over Guyana's territory. The first time. PNC was there just now. They did nothing. They just sent some case somewhere around 2018. They didn't pursue it. Because, of course, they knew that CARICOM had their back, because CARICOM see them as their brothers, right? Black people are brothers. Venezuela was not a threat to them, because the Venezuelans, they're afraid of black people. Maduro would not pick a fight with Granger because, these are gangsters. We don't want to. But they think they can bully. They think they can bully a young Indian president, but they were wrong. They were wrong. He defeated Maduro without shooting a bullet, firing a bullet. Defeated Maduro. And he will defeat this other asshole as the president, who's the president there, Delcy Rodriguez. He's going to defeat her too without dropping a bomb. Our president, Irfan Ali, is going to defeat the president of Venezuela the same way he defeated Maduro. All I'm asking for the Guyanese, the good, decent, patriotic Guyanese, which is 99%, to appreciate the fact that while we are sleeping comfortable at nights, partying, enjoying, benefiting from everything that the government is giving out, we're not doing any fighting. We're not doing any fighting for Guyana's freedom and sovereignty. The people who are doing that are the people that a lot of you are cussing out. Attorney General Anil Nandalal, you have my support. Continue to fight for our freedom, for our destiny, for our sovereignty. Guyana, the good Guyanese, they may not say it, but I want you to understand the good Guyanese are standing behind the effort you are making, the effort of President Ali and Vice President Jadgeo and the government of the Ali Jadgeo government. The Guyanese stand with that. We will fight with you for country. Do what we have to do. If we have to pick up arms, we're going to pick up arms to defend our country with our government, because the government has taken up arms and is defending us at the ICJ, on the international stage. Everywhere Ali goes, he is fighting for Guyana, promoting Guyana, defending Guyana, begging our allies to, hey, stand with us. We stand with law and order. We're not bullying anybody. We're not taking from anybody. We are extending love to other people's citizens. We are treating migrants well. The world is seeing that. While you have these shithole, shit-faced people in Guyana, the Mohammeds and their fuck-faced criminal friends are pushing propaganda, nasty, bitchy propaganda, to defeat a noble cause of a government that they have an issue with, fighting for the freedom of our country. Then fuck you, Azruddin. I don't like you. You think I like calling your name? Your followers think I like calling your name. I don't. I don't. But because you are everywhere using taxpayers' money to spread your evil, I have to use whatever little resources I have to shut it down, as much as I can. Otherwise, innocent people would lose their lives just by following you. And these claims your sister is making now, I don't like you people. I don't hate you. I just don't like you. Why? Because you are bad people. You are dangerous people. If you're going to want to kill people, take people's properties, you're pushing these lies. You got so much free land from the Granger government that you didn't pay for, that they sold you way below market value. You have these lands sitting around there in Region 4, doing nothing with it. It's a jungle out there. And because of the threat of people planning to go and squat on the land, you're spreading all of this thing on social media, threatening them, the same people you promised to defend. And in defense, Tabitha Haley, most of Guyana is on social media. Most of Guyana. Your boss has no influence, no impact on anything. Nobody listens to him. He buys a lot of views on social media. He buys them fake bots to make it look like people are watching him. The Guyanese critic gets more real views when he comes on than Ajudi Mohammed. He uses taxpayers' money to buy online bots. That's what he does. All them podcasters, H some shit, H News, some Travis Chase, this dog Travis Chase, they're all paid pundits for the Mohammeds. The Mohammeds control all these newscasts. Gordon Mosley, Travis Chase, all these guys. The Mohammeds control them. Because black people don't do anything for free. All them podcasters everywhere. David Hines, Paul Slow, that failed so-called police commissioner, acting police commissioner. You were a disgraced Paul Slow when you were commissioner, when you were in the position. That's the reason why you never made commissioner, because you were a disgrace. You're a failed police officer. Failed. PNC give you that opportunity to rise to whatever so-called deputy commissioner. Don't come out and talk like you know what you're saying. You're no shit. You're a failure. You hate this man, Clifton Hicks, because it's just jealousy. All of you are jealous of the man. And this is what I'm saying. You're cussing me about being black. I hate black people. But I never once tried to bring down another black man. Never once. I wouldn't vote for one, but I never once tried to bring down another black man or woman. You, Paul Sloan, and all these other fuckers from the PNC side, you spend days and days trying to bring down. You get all them, the PPP appointees, as you claim. You want to get them fired. You want the Home Affairs Minister to get fired. You want the police commissioner to get fired. These are black people that were promoted by Indian people. And you, them niggas in the PNC, you want to fire them. You want your black brothers and sisters to lose their job because you're fucking jealous. You're jealous. You are the snakes that are destroying your own people. You are. I'm not. So when you failed in your position, you're jealous of the one who is in the position, who happens to be black. You want them to be fired. You suddenly are smart. Oh, they could do this and they could do that, and the police corruption this and the commissioner and this one should not interfere with this responsibility. And if you're a traffic cop, you should not go into this. No, a police officer is a police officer 24/7. If you see a criminal activity, you have to act. You can't call some unit and you're right there. You're right there. Deal with the situation, then call the relevant department that must deal with it. You can't ignore it and say, it's not my jurisdiction. Then the criminals will say, yeah, it's not your jurisdiction. We can commit the crime. Okay, I ain't touching you. I'm traffic cop. I ain't dealing with detective stuff. That's what you motherfuckers are pushing. The police have a right to act when they need to act, then answer questions after. They see a crime, address it, deal with it. And after that, you do what you have to do to solve that issue. But at the end of the day, the PNC government, the modern PNC government, 2015, 2020, was the worst. The worst in the history of Guyana. They're worse than Barnum. At least Barnum stole ideas from Chetty. But fuck, man. Them goons that Granger had, they were just running a foul pen. Worse than a banana republic. At least a banana republic grows bananas. They didn't grow shit. Nothing. They stole everything. They eat, got fat, eat again, got fat, and starved the entire Guyanese population. Thanks to the PPP, Guyana is on a path of no return. We stand with our soldiers of the PPP, our president, and all the others to make sure that Guyana continues to live and prosper. And as the vice president had to dismantle the lies from the Mohammeds, they have a platform, they're using it to spread lies. Thank you, Vice President, for setting the record straight so Guyanese know who to trust. Who to trust. And Guyanese trust the PPP. We are grateful for that. We are thankful for that. I wanted to comment on the flooding issue, but it's irrelevant. Rainfalls everywhere. I talked earlier on the show about everywhere we got rainfall, everywhere. Not just today. Nature needs the water. But just for them idiots, them skunks, most cities are founded on the coastal lines, near to the coast. Most cities. So if your cities are built along the river lines, what do you have there? Big ocean. When the tide is rising, and at the same time you have heavy rainfalls, all the drainage reaches the ocean. So when your water is rising, where will the water go? It will back the fuck up into the wherever it goes, and then it will reach above ground level, and it will flood your roads and things like that. Every country on the planet Earth, every country, from the foundation of these countries, they have floods. When the rainy season is on, May, June, they have floods, and after a few hours, water's receded. It recedes, dry land again. The drains and the gutters gets empty. That's the cycle. But somebody got to spin it, blame the president. It's not worth addressing. So I want to address it. Deal with the floods. You see your gutter is nasty, clean it. And make sure all your neighbors are cleaning their gutters. Because if you clean yours alone and your neighbor can clean it, it's a waste of time because your water can't just, it got to run. Everybody got to clean their part. And then when the part is clean and the heavy rainfalls come, tell the ocean master. You know, what's the call the king of the ocean? The trident master, what's his name? The master, tell the master of the ocean, oh, we're having heavy rainfalls here. Please don't let the ocean rise. Keep it low because we need the water to drain. Let the rain finish and let the water go. And then after a few hours, the ocean can, the waves can, the water level can rise again. Tell that to the ocean master, the goddess of the ocean who controls the ocean, not to let the ocean level comes up when the rain is falling. Then you wouldn't have floods. Idiots. It ain't Ali's fault. Please buy a copy of the book. Prince Ali and the President, Volume 1, Volume 2, Volume 3. Hannah Mohammed, can you get a copy of this book, Hannah? This is not you. You're not special. This person on the cover is not you. And this is not your brother's Lamborghini. And this isn't your family's house. But you should get a copy of the book. Hannah Mohammed, find something to do. Learn to read. Use this as your ABC. If you can master reading this, you can get into politics after. Read the whole, it's kind of thick. Read the whole book. You know, they say thicker the better. Hannah Mohammed, get a copy of the book, The 12 Sins of the Lamborghini, and read it. And then you would understand why you need to shut the fuck up and stop speaking. Pay Odessa to speak for you. Or Tabitha, she's the chief whip. You shouldn't be speaking for Win. Tabitha should be doing that. Or the general secretary. Not you. You have no position in the party. You're just the sister of the bitch. So shut up. Until next time. I covered everything, right? Haven't I? Yeah. Basically. I have. Okay. Share this live. I want to hear from you in the comment section. Subscribe to the channel. Let's improve our numbers. Let's raise our numbers. And for those who say, I am thin-skinned, you know, so I can't ignore everything. I'm not begging anymore. You see, I'm selling books now. At least I'm giving something for donations. I'm giving something of value. So I'm not begging. I'm not saying subscribe to Zella, and I'm not saying that. I'm saying buy a book. It's worth the investment. It's cheap, and it's worth the investment. Read. It's fundamental. Okay, and you can get all 5 volumes on Amazon.com. All 5. You can get there. Volume 1 to Volume 5. Support the work, support the program, support the Dorgo Foundation. And let's continue to make Guyana and keep Guyana great. Thank you. Thanks for your attention.